Alright fellas, here we're back at Pokemon Masters, and today we're doing some Battle Rally battles. This is recorded on Sunday, so I guess this is going up a little bit late, and I'm doing it a little bit late, but oh well. Got done with the Argenta showcase and Adamant showcases, so now I have their EX rolls, so it's better to do the Battle Rally now. So let's go ahead, hop in here. Grass boost, that's a good boost. That's a good boost. Also, support and strike on the first one. We may get to use Adamant and Lucamine early on. That's pretty good. Yeah, so we got some good boosts. The grass boost is great. The Sinnoh boost, normal boost. We got some good boosts. We got some really, really good boosts. So yeah, I guess let's just go ahead, hop into these Battle Rally battles. Pretty good start, for sure. So battle number one here, we got ourselves a support and strike boost. Adamant and Lucamine. There we go. Both of my support EX rolled strikers are getting put to good use instantly. So this battle rally actually was boosted by support for 8 of the 10 battles. I don't know how many of the battle rallies are like this, but there are some stages where it's like 8 of a specific role with some fluctuations in the rolls, right? Because they're, I think these were all manually made. Wouldn't have surprised me if they were like generated, procedurally or whatever, but like, for some reason, they opted to make these all manually, and there's like 25 different combinations, and so they put a little bit of pattern recognition in there. And the pattern recognition here, I guess, is that you use support 8 times. You got 3 stages of support, and then strike field, 2 stages of support, and then sprint field, and then 3 stages of support to finish off. And then I can't see an order in between that, but either way, whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. Got the grass boost, which was extremely strong of a boost for sure, because there's a lot of good options just of all roles besides sprint for grass. Like field has mixed red, who is dominant. Tech and field and tech and strike and support all have good options, right? Support's got like regular Dawn, Rosa here, Lyra, Tapu Bulu, and Acerola is an amazing option. Tech's got Signisu Lyra, right? That's a great option. Then strike, there's a whole list of grass strikes, right? So that's not too big there. But yeah, anyway, there was the first battle. Let's move on. So moving on, I actually ended up using Argenta here for the sprint support boost, because again, being support, I've got not a lot, but quite a few characters that are under like support plus a role, or a role plus support, right? I've got Signisu Steven, Signisu Lucamine, Special Custom Adamant, Argenta, Neo Champion Rosa. I think that is it. But either way, those are still some pretty good options, right? I used Argenta here because it meant that I could save Neo Champion Rosa for later, and I actually ended up using Neo Champion Rosa, I'm pretty sure, for every single battle from Area 5 onward, which is pretty insane. Either way, this battle wasn't too difficult. We had, of course, support and sprint, so we're able to use Argenta for both roles, and then able to use Barry for the grass boost, and also apply trap because they have acute senses, and then Riley is our main damage dealer, so it works out for us, no real problem. Ignore the misplays. I didn't really care too much because I knew I was going to win anyway. It doesn't really matter too much. Don't have to make it too pretty. But yeah. So again, as I said, you use Neo Champion Rosa later in the battle for 5 battles straight. And this rally really gave me a lot of opportunities to use a lot of my EX rolled units. Pretty much all of them were utilized with their EX roll besides, I think, Ray. If I think to all of my EX rolled units, I'm pretty sure and Special Custom Irida as well. I didn't use Special Custom Irida, and I didn't use Ray, because I do have all of the Hisuian units EX'd. And EX rolled, rather. So I didn't make use of Ray and Special Custom Irida's EX rolls. I did end up using Ray for a later battle. I did not use Irida, surprisingly, sadly. But that doesn't really matter. There's 3 tech battles. I could have used her, but there was no real good reason to use her over just anyone else, but it doesn't really matter too much. Either way, we finish up the battle here with our support and our sprint boost, and we're going to be moving on to support and tech now, which I forget what I do for that battle. But either way, this rally really worked out in my favor because grass, again, is such a good boost, and the constant ability to use supports, because supports being obviously probably the most dominant characters overall, or most potentially characters that give them most potential for characters to be dominant. Very, very good. 8 battles having support is amazing. So for this stage, I just ended up using Signisu N, or not, Anniversary N. I mean, it's a fire stage. I could use Leaf here for the grass boost, as well as the defensive debuffs and poison. That's also pretty good. Morty was fine to use here, but I thought it might have been better to probably try and use him in another battle, which the end battle. The end battle was a little bit annoying or potentially stressful because the end battle was boosted by support and field. So my options for actual damage dealers was very limited because field obviously doesn't have many options, and like if it's a harder ultimate battle or a more restrictive ultimate battle, then that could have been really, really bad. But how my cards ended up working was absolutely insane. Anyway, this battle specifically was not hard. We just nuke with Anniversary End and then blue flare a few times and they're gone, right? Even just having one booster, again, the grass one that I started with, is really, really strong, especially if grass types, which they are strong, then you're really doing very, very well for yourself when it comes to being able to actually beat these stages, because it's not necessarily about how many boosts you get. I mean, it can be, right? I mean, obviously having a lot of boosts is gonna really, really gonna be helpful for you, but like, even if you get a weaker boost or only one boost, like less boost, right? You can still do extremely well if that boost is like of a big region or a good type or a good theme skill, right? Like a main character, grass is a good type, ice is a good type, fire is a good type. All of these typings that could be good are extremely helpful, right? Strike and field. I mean, there you go. Strike and field. Nate and Dakari are my two strike field characters. I could do Wallace and Mix Red if I had them EX rolled, but I think I'm good, buddy. I think I'm good. I think I'll be just fine. But whatever. As I was saying prior, what was I saying prior? Yeah, regional boost, right? Or just different, better boosters. If you've got like a normal type boost, you're not going to be doing too great because your best like normal type options are supports like red and Elaine, right? Like those are probably your two best normal supports that I can think of off the top of my head immediately. Annabelle's not too bad. And then like you have your utility units like Holiday Whitney, Special Custom Steven, probably a few others in there that I'm failing to forget or failing to remember, and then of course you got like Palmer for your damage dealers. Point being, normal lacks a lot of options, right? But if you have a type like, again, grass, like what I have right now, the options are bigger because for supports, just so happens to be my massive amount of roll boosts here with support, which is really good. You got yourself some good options there. You got a lot of good grass options, or at the very least, grass options that can work, right? Because it's not like Dawn is an amazing support, but defensive buffs plus her healing potion and potential to do damage and debuff enemy attack and buff her own attack is good, right? It's not like Dawn's a top tier character, top tier support or anything, but it's still pretty useful. Rose is useful for the more beginning stages because you can just use her and get rid of her because a lot of her abilities aren't that fantastic. Even here, I use Gloria as a tank because she has First Aid 4 and I guess +1 evasion too, which didn't really end up mattering too much because she almost went down, but either way, you get my point. And then again, for strikers, it's got like Sonya, this Lodge Gloria is a pretty good striker, right? Decent few striker options for grass there, and then field, Mix Red, Adam, and special Signature Lyra for tech. Just depending on what roll boost you get, you can do really, really well, even with very few boosts, which I never ended up buying a boost this rally, funny enough. This is the fun battle. This is where I started to use Neo Champion Rosa. For the rest of the rally, through the entire thing, I persisted in using Neo Champion Rosa, because Neo Champion Rosa, I'm gonna say it, I'll say it again, she, in my opinion, is the single best unit for the battle rally in the game, because you can literally just spam Relic Song of Wonder, get sleep, crit buffs, random stat buffs, physical and special moves next, infinite psychic and fighting rebuff, right? If you can use her in succession with multiple stages, and of course it's not like stealing a support and sprint boost, I would recommend doing so. I would recommend using Rosa pretty much as you can, because she is just so strong. She's such a great character. And then of course you have the occasional necessity where you may want to use potions or something to heal her or her allies up, because again, you're probably going to be using her for multiple battles, right? She's infinitely applying support EX, sprint EX if you have her EX rolled, which is a good investment. It's confusion with Teeter Dance and Sing, right? None of this stuff requires MP. The only thing that requires MP is her potions and her training move, which her training move is effectively just a method of gauge management, which with some lucky resets or something, you can get just fine with her her buddy move. And obviously, the physical and special moves next, which obviously getting +2 instead of +1 is good and all, but getting the +1 is not like a detriment or anything, meaning that Rosa pretty much her only concern in the battle rally is for one, you know, stage boosters, right? Like if you get support and then you get like, it's like support and sprint and then you get like tech and field, like obviously Rosa's kind of cooked there, but you can't use her anymore. But still, like in those stages where you can use her in succession, like here, she is gonna be really, really good. Area 6 here, again, we're using Neo Champion Rosa for spam. We're going to be powering up Special Costume Zinnia and Signet Suit Cyrus here. Cyrus for spam on sleep. Also, a massive buff to these characters that just spam sleep, flinch, or freeze and stuff like that. Those characters in the rally are also pretty cracked, right? Because again, you get to use them for the boost, and then you get to use them for just literally spamming their sleep move or their freeze or flinch move, whatever it may be. Like in this aspect, I'm using Cyrus to buff Dark, but I can also just keep spamming Dark Void with him and making sure that the enemies are literally incapable of moving, which is extremely fun. All the while, I'm using Relic Song of Wonder to buff Cyrus's special moves next, to where whenever I use Dark Pulse once in a blue moon, it's got like +7 special moves next behind it, so the enemies are just getting completely fucking destroyed. And then again, we've also got Special Costume Zinnia here, with her buddy move and whatnot getting powered up by special moves next, or sorry, physical moves next. And this is without grass, right? Because like my regional booster or my type booster is grass. I'm just using dark types and a psychic type, man. This just goes to show how overpowered for one sleep spam is, and for two Neo Champion Rosa is, because one of the things with Cyrus here is that this guy kind of just sucks at buffing his own stats. Well, not buffing his own stats, but like more so he wants to do too much. He wants to use Dark Void, he wants to buff his stats, he wants to use Dark Wish, all that stuff. You don't have to. Despite the fact that I did, you don't have to. You can literally just use Neo Champion Rosa, she'll buff the stats for you, and you're good. She can buff all the stats for Cyrus, so then again, once you use that Dark Pulse once in a blue moon, you're not doing a ton of damage. I set up Dark Pulse right there, +6 special moves next under Dark Zone and max stats. Yeah, it's good stuff. Rosa is an insanely absurdly strong character for the battle rally, and these sleep spammers are also equally amazing. This is just amazing stuff. Like that 3,000 damage on a, pretty sure this is a Wise Entry ×2 stage. It's pretty good, right? Pretty good, so yeah. I will happily write home about Rosa to the day I die at the battle rally. I will persist in saying that she is probably the strongest character or most valuable character for the battle rally. You know, maybe Neo Champion Leaf, your Neo Champion Reds, Neo Champion Blues, whatever, they could be equally as good, better, whatever. But Rosa's just ability to work even without MP and effectively not care about the lack of MP or the ability or the necessity in preserving MP still just makes her the best unit in my opinion for the battle rally specifically. Not like the best unit in the game, but don't let it go to your head. She is still really fucking good just in general. It's not like she's bad. So this battle actually ended up scaring me because I had to use Mixed Red. I didn't want to use Mixed Red. I wanted to save it for the last battle because my boosts were support and field. If the battle was Thornton, Argenta, mostly just those two. If it was any of those two, Mixed Red would be an invaluable asset to have for that battle. Well, spoiler alert, the battle actually was Argenta, so you'll have to just wait and see how I handled that, because that was fun. But either way, I had to use him here because Wallace just was not doing enough damage. He wasn't doing enough damage, so Red's ability to do damage with Giga Frenzy Plant plus the special defense debuffs are enough here to make the difference, plus Red actually applying the grass booster, right? Because this was boosted by Sprint and Field. The only sprint/field grass unit is Mixed Red, so not having him here would have been really tough because I would have had to buy either another booster or just miss out on points, right? Which would have not been exactly optimal. Duh. But whatever, it didn't matter too much. Using Mixed Red here was annoying at the time, but I ended up beating the rally anyway, which was, yay, we beat the rally, big whoop, but whatever. I think I ended up missing that Q, didn't I? Yeah, I did miss that Q, but thankfully we were able to hit them with a Giga Frenzy Plant and KO them and turn to 9 anyway, so that didn't matter too much. But whatever. Thank you for the sleep, Rosa. And again, this is just another reason why Rosa's so good. Yes, I'm going to go on the Rosa tangent again. Boom, just random sleep, right? You could deal with the random sleep or you can use Sing, right? If you want guaranteed sleep, well, you know, not guaranteed because you could miss, but you get what I mean, right? If you want that 30% sleep, you got yourself the Relic Song of Wonder. If you want yourself that guaranteed sleep, assuming you can land it, you got Sing. So you can just abuse sleep, which again, as I said, with Cyrus, Serena, you know, Neo Champion Red, all those characters, abusing sleep and whatnot is extremely powerful. So that's fun. That's always fun to deal with. Either way, whatever. This doesn't matter too much. We were able to KO, get rid of Mullane here with the mixed red plus Wallace combo. Special defense debuff on top of a super effective Omni special, not Omni, random special moves next buffer like Wallace here. Works out pretty well, so that's nice. I think Wallace would have been a little bit better for this battle if he was single target, but either way, the problem with this battle is more so the fact that I just didn't have any boosts, less the fact that Wallace is weak. Though Wallace isn't exactly like a god of strength, but hey, I ain't gonna fault him too much for that. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there we go. There was the field sprint battle done. Is this next battle what I think it is? Yeah, we got a lucky area. Good roll boosts and a lucky area. Ironic. I mean, it's a lucky area. What do you want me to do? Commentate over these toddlers getting absolutely drop kicked by a fucking Relic Song of Wonder? I mean, sure, why not? Either way, this was great for me. This was a support and strike boost, so it would have been infinitely better if I would have saved Lucamine and Adamant for this battle. But I wasn't gonna know unless I bought the scope, which mathematically would that have ended up giving me more points? It might have actually ended up giving more points if I would have bought this telescope, right? 1,500 points obtained here. It's 600. Maybe. Damn. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. That was still really good. So those extra 1,500 points were crazy. So this is where I saved Sigma Suit Steven for the tech and support role for this final battle here, which ended up being a good idea. Whatever. Either way, again, Neo Champion Rosa, absurd. Being able to apply that psychic rebuff and special moves next spam for Steven here. Again, support boosts being absolutely insane. And then the sleep. Oh, this rally alone is just selling my point that Neo Champion Rosa is the best battle rally unit in the game, man. It's just insane. And then we were able to use Dawn here for defensive buffs because we do got to worry about Kahili's flying type moves on the pirouette form of Meloetta because yeah, pirouette form, because it is flying weak, so rather not deal with that. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. I did end up missing that, so yeah, that's why I ended up staying in this form of Meloetta, because that drill peck would have probably KO'd, if we're being honest, so I didn't feel like dealing with that, even despite the defense buffs from Dawn. So this is mostly just Steven carrying in terms of damage and Rosa doing Rosa things, just being good in general, right? Gauge was slow because I never used Rosa's trainer move, but that didn't really end up mattering too much. It was fine. I think I did end up using the trainer move here. Yeah, I did end up using the trainer move here. It was, I'm not going to say it was necessary because I think Steven would have lived the same move either way, but it did help us get the win in nonetheless, so that was helpful. Got the +3 special moves next boost and psycho boost. Very strong. Yeah, this is tech and support boost. I probably could have ended up bringing Bianca if I wanted to for extra damage on Steven and also stored power damage, which would have been good from Rosa's random buffs plus the crit buffs and whatnot. But I opted to bring Dawn instead so we could heal up Rosa so she would be healthy for the next battle. Not that it ended up mattering too much because she did end up taking quite a lot of damage here anyway. But I just wanted to be safe, right? Because I figured I was probably going to have to end up using Rosa as the main support for the final battle anyway. So having to have her, letting her be healthy right now was the best decision I probably could have made. Either way, Bianca would have probably been just as effective here, so that's fine. And the rock slides, man. The rock slides. And I keep missing the sings. Missing the sings was so annoying. I hate it when it says it's failed, because it did not fail. Come on. Don't lie to me. It did not fail. You missed. Piece of crap. Whatever. Either way, that's fine. Doesn't matter too much. I probably could have brought another support, another grass character for better healing, maybe? Is there any other grass characters with potions? I don't know. I also probably shouldn't have brought Bianca anyway because we wouldn't have had the grass boost. Yeah, Bianca wouldn't have been optimal. Oh well, let's face Argenta. This battle was stupid. I was looking at Argenta, I was like, okay, how am I facing this? Because Argenta not only is a problem because of her reign, she's a problem because she needs a status change that is effectively only rebuff. My boost is field and grass. My only field units remaining were Gita, Variety Giovanni, and I think I ended up having, he's Sprint, Victor, Giovanni, and Gita. That was it. None of them set rebuff. Gita was by far my best damaging option here, which is why she's still here. And for supporting options, you need 2 rebuffers because Argenta gets rid of the rebuff when she gets to half health. So my options were to just off boost Adaman or to use Neo Champion Rosa and wait for Argenta's health to drop to the half point to when I would actually be able to use Rosa's second move in her second form so I could get the rebuff in. Because note, Rosa needs to use either her Sync or her Relic Song of Wonder in order to set the enemy's rebuff. Oh my god. And then, which only activates the first time, and then she'll use her Teeter Dance or Relic Song of Wonder when fighting type to do the same thing. So if I were to just spam Relic Song of Wonder, I would activate both Psychic and Fighting rebuff on the first bar, meaning when Argenta got down to half, I would have no more method of setting rebuff, Argenta would not be able to take damage, and I would probably lose. But thankfully, because, for one, Acerola here is Grass, who's able to set Sun, get rid of Argenta's Rain and the Psychic Terrain, and be a good healing buffer, physical moves next spam for Gita, just a good support in general, right? It also was able to help me with being able to get Rosa to just stay put for the most part, because again, Rosa had to stay like this. She just could not use a move at this point. I had to not perfectly, but I had to carefully plan around using Rosa's Sync move, changing the forms to when Argenta would get down to half HP, to where then we could actually use the rebuff with Rosa. So if she finally got down to half HP, we used Rosa's Relic Song of Wonder to set the rebuff. Finally, we're able to start consistently spamming Relic Song of Wonder, because the point you can start spamming Relic Song of Wonder in this battle is when you actually start doing damage. Because again, the whole thing with this battle was that I could not use all of Rosa's maximum potential until I got to the halfway point, which was a little bit funny to deal with nonetheless. So yeah. Now it's just a method of just waiting for Mortal Spins to decimate Argenta, because this is a 100% boosted team with the Grass multiplier, and then of course Argenta is weakened from being on hard mode, right? So we're just effectively waiting for Argenta to get decimated by poison. Our Bullet Seeds are doing literally 10,000 damage with maximum hits. Our Relic Song of Wonders are doing what, like 7,000 damage? Yeah, literally 7,000 damage. That's crazy. That's absolutely absurd for just support. Oh well, whatever. Finally able to defeat this this annoying battle. Not annoying battle rally. The battle rally was easy, but this ultimate battle could have been really bad had I not planned around Rosa the way I did, because Argenta's halfway point of resetting rebuff is a pretty bad gimmick to deal with. Not many characters can deal with that. I mean, like Gordy, but I'm sure Gordy is weak to rock. Or not weak to rock, weak to water. Adaman, who it's designed for. Rosa, who is really finicky, clearly, as you can see. The point is, not many, I guess Neo Champion Blue, I guess a lot of characters can do it, but man, that could have been bad. So, that was fun. Whatever, either way, there it is, the rally with 9,550 medals with no rally points used. This is by far my highest rally. By far. My highest before this was like 8,300 or something. So, I'm glad to have a higher score. I hope you all enjoyed. That was actually a very fun battle rally for me. The supports, being able to use supports on pretty much every battle was extremely helpful in making sure that we could win this with pretty much no difficulty. I hope people get the same seed I did, because again, it is pretty damn good. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all later. Bye.